Hi everybody, this is our third Zoombly. Sam and I would like to say hi, and we're doing our third in the series. Over to you, Sam.
Yeah, so if you remember, before half term we were looking at the 5 ways to well-being, and we've gone through 3 of them so far. The first one I think you did with Mr. Moore, and that was connecting with other people. Then we looked at being active. I think you remember I set myself a challenge to do a whole load of press-ups, which I'm still practicing. And Ness, what was it that you said you'd do for that one?
Oh, I was learning to do running with Rosalind. We've done really well.
Yeah, so Ness was being active with Ros and doing some running. And then we did take notice, and you did some bird watching with Mr. Sinclair, and we ate some grapes and did some other things to learn how to take notice. And then today is the 4th of our 5 ways to well-being, which is keeping on learning. And learning is something that can help us to stay healthy and well. And learning is about embracing new experiences and new opportunities and surprising ourselves at all the different things that we are able to achieve.
This is a good one to do though, Sam. We've been in lockdown, haven't we? I mean, how can we be learning? You know, most people can't even go to school, and most people can't go to work. I don't think we've learned anything.
I don't know, I've learned a few new skills during lockdown. Let me show you. I have learned how to bake bread, and
that looks yummy.
I'd never baked anything before. This was one of the first things I tried to do. And so I made some dough, and I kneaded it, and I let it rise, and then I spread it out on the baking sheet, and I put all these yummy ingredients in it. And this is what I made. I also have made some cakes as well. I did some scones.
Oh, yum. I'd like one of those.
And I ate these with some jam and some cream, and they were really tasty.
Oh, Sam, I suppose thinking about it, maybe I have learned some things. Yeah, I can show you this. Look, I've been growing some gardening. Shall I show you some pictures? Yeah, can you see the flowers there? They're marigolds. I grew those with Rosalind from seed. And then on the other plant, you can see a little yellow flower. That's going to be a cucumber. I've never grown cucumbers before.
And then
I think there might be another picture as well. So the tall ones, they're going to be runner beans, I hope, but they've grown really, really tall. And then the last slide, if you can see the green pot, that's peas. And I've never grown peas before. I think because I've had so much time, I've had a chance to really think about it. And I'm on a WhatsApp group with some other people where we give each other tips on how to grow things. It's been really good. That
is amazing. You'll have lots of food to eat later in the year as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's quite hard work, and I've learned from mistakes if I haven't watered them enough or if I haven't cared for them properly. So you have to learn as you go along, but it's been good. And those pea pods are really tasty.
How's it made you feel learning something new?
It's been good. I've really enjoyed the challenge, and it's been really rewarding. I like going out to water them every evening, and I look and see what's growing, and gives me a really good sense of satisfaction. How about you with your cooking?
I think for me, I really like seeing the end product, and kind of I've learned something new, but when it's all done and the bread comes out of the oven and being able to eat it has been the best bit of learning that new skill, I think, and seeing what I can achieve.
I think I'm eating them. It sounds good.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Do you think we learned anything else in lockdown as well, though? Any different kind of things?
I think we've learned some things. I think one of the hardest things has been staying at home and not being able to go out and having to do things in a different way that we haven't done them before.
That's true.
New experiences in terms of doing, I know for the students at St. Peter's, doing school at home, that must have been a really hard thing to learn how to do.
Yeah, and I think I've had to learn how to talk to people on, like, connect with people on Zoom and things. I've never done that before, but now that's how we've been able to be with people.
And learning as well how to stay 2 meters away from people, because that's just really hard. There's been quite a few times where I've gone to give someone a hug and then realised that I can't do that. So that's been something new to learn.
Yeah, that's really hard.
I wonder whether the students at St. Peter's could get themselves a little bit of paper now and just write 3 numbers, 1, 2, 3, on a bit of paper, and write down 3 things that they've learned during lockdown. Perhaps we can do it as well, Ness.
Okay, yep.
Brilliant.
Okay.
Have you got your 3?
Yep.
What did you learn?
Well, one of mine is the growing the plants, but also I've been learning to teach English as a foreign language, and I've had to learn all sorts of grammar that I found really, and I've also had to learn to teach it online using Zoom, so that's been really challenging, but I felt so proud when I actually achieved it.
Brilliant.
How about you, Sam?
Well, I put the baking on, which I've done already, and I've had to learn how to use a lot of technology, but a bit like you with Zoom, I've been putting together services for my church, which have involved doing a lot of kind of video editing and stuff like that. That's taken a lot of time to learn how to do that. And then I think the other thing that I've learned is patience.
Yeah.
Because I've been at home with a 1-year-old daughter, and that's taken a lot of patience to try and get all my work done, but also look after her at the same time as well. And so maybe some of the students at St. Peter's could share with others, share with their parents, or if they're at home with other children as well, some of the things that they've learned during this time. That'd be a good thing.
Yeah, that'd be good. So I have a little bit in the Bible about Mary and Martha. Shall I read that next? Because this is about them learning.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Okay. While Jesus and his followers were travelling, he went into a town, and a woman named Martha let him stay at her house. She had a sister named Mary. Mary was sitting at Jesus' feet and listening to him teach. But her sister Martha was busy doing all the work that had to be done. Martha went in and said, "Lord, don't care, my sister's left me to do all the work by myself. Tell her to help me." But Jesus answered, "Martha, Martha, you're getting worried and upset about too many things. Only one thing is important. Mary has made the right choice, and it will never be taken away from her." I like this because I think Jesus is encouraging Mary, because she's sitting and listening to him, and I think she wants to really learn from his wisdom. And it's good to do all the cooking and all the jobs, but she's taking time out to sit and learn. So I think that's why he was encouraging her to do that.
It's one of my favourite stories. I think the thing that I like about it is also learning that we don't always have to be doing things, that we can actually learn to rest and learn to listen to other people. And learning isn't just about being busy, but sometimes it's about stopping.
There might be some people, maybe like maybe some of the children at St. Peter's, you might have a grandparent that you talk to on Zoom, or you might have a neighbour, an elderly neighbour that you see over the fence. Maybe you could ask them some questions and just learn some stuff from their lives. That might be a good way of learning, maybe.
I bet they've got some great stories to tell as well, some of their grandparents.
Yeah.
I wonder whether to finish our assembly, whether we could set some challenges for the students at St. Peter's, challenges to learn something new. And so we've got 6 new challenges on the screen. And I don't think they can necessarily do all of these. I think it would be a bit much to do all of them, but perhaps they could pick one of these and try and learn it. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that'd be fun. And maybe if you manage to do one of these, send a picture or a short video into Mr. Bradley at school. And then I think we could include some of them on our next assembly, don't you, Sam?
Yeah, no, I think that'd be good.
Really good to see.
Shall I read the 6 so we know what they are?
Okay.
So you could try cooking something new. You could design a board game. You could learn a joke. You could learn to juggle. And perhaps I'll try and do that next week. You can learn to stand on your hands or learn a card trick.
Yeah, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm going to try learning a joke because I am rubbish at jokes, so I would try and learn one.
I look forward to hearing your joke next week.
Yeah. Okay then, Sam, are you going to finish off with the prayer?
Yeah, I'll pray to finish. Lord God, we thank you for this time that we've spent thinking about how we can learn new things and how learning new things can help us to feel well and can help us have a sense of achievement and joy as well. And I pray that as we try some of these new ways of learning, that you would help us and that we would find joy in them and that you'd help us to feel well. Amen.
Amen.